1027 WNEW, New York.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Is the Orange Ball of Failure opening for Norton, do we know?
No, I don't think he is. He's not.
Let's call him in. Let's bring in Billy Staples.
Billy, of course, opened for Jim Norton in Red Bank, New Jersey a few weeks back, and it was a disaster.
Are you opening Saturday night?
I will be there, but I will not be opening.
Oh, you're going to be there?
Yes, I'm going to go.
Wow, how come?
Just to watch the show, and after my day at the cemetery, it'll be a fun day to laugh.
What, are you going to be hanging around in the back?
No, I'm going to be sitting like an audience member.
What if people remember you from the last show and they start to boo you during the show?
I won't wear the orange shirt. That'll be the giveaway.
Oh, it seems like a nice night out for you.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, having fun?
Yeah, it'd be a nice night just to watch someone else perform.
Yeah.
You know, of course, Saturday's the anniversary of Billy's dad's death.
Oh.
So I thought you didn't go out on that day. I thought you stayed home and mourned.
I usually do, but I'm going to do my routine and my tradition at the cemetery during the day.
Uh-huh.
And I figure after that, it'll be kind of good to go out and have some fun.
Not be with the family?
I'll be with the family during the day.
But what about at night?
At night, It's
Why don't you take your mom to the Norton show?
No, I'm probably going to go with someone else or something.
Who are you going with?
Well, I have a couple of feelers out. I might be going with Miss Boobs.
I got a email from Pooter Toot, who feels like, here I am, friends with the show, always backing up Ron and Fez, and yet a member of the show is hitting on my girlfriend, asking her to dinner and the show.
Oh, my gosh. Billy, everyone knows that Pooter Toot and EffMeBoobs, like Ronnie said, very good friends of the show, they are an item. They've been a couple for a while now, since one of our Ron and Fez bar crawls.
Yeah, since one of our bar crawls, they hooked up.
They
Why
are
would
an
you do
item.
that, Billy?
Oh, no, we said we'd just go as friends. It's not a date, not at all. It's just as friends. We're
How would
friends
you, suppose that you had a chick, right? A guy asked her out, but not to both of you. I mean, if they want to go, we'll give them both tickets. They're friends of ours.
Oh, yeah, well, I was just looking to go with somebody. I didn't feel like going by myself. It was innocent. It's harmless.
Billy, you are such a rat. You know what? Because I'm going to bring this up. When you were going through the problems with your latest ex-wife, she had just a friend that took her to the wrestling matches, and you were irate and you were furious about it, and now you're turning around and you're doing the same thing to Pooter Toot and EffMeBoobs.
Oh, no, not at all. Well, we were married, so there's a big difference. There's a big difference just
Are
going
you
out
saying
and getting
that
married.
she's on the since she's not married, she's available to everybody?
No, not everyone. We're just friends. We're good friends. We've been friends for a while. So I just didn't feel like going by myself. And I said, check with Pooter Toot, make sure it's cool. Nothing on the side.
God.
Not trying to try anything sly or anything.
Billy,
you are so low.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. First of all, you're taking our tickets, okay? And then you're creating a problem for the show.
Actually, I'm not using any of our tickets. I got others.
Oh, you bought tickets?
No, I didn't buy tickets. Jimmy's agent hooked me up.
Right. And how is Jimmy's agent doing that? From the show?
Oh,
like
yeah.
you got your gig last time.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is I didn't use any tickets from that we had gotten.
Sean, you're on Ron and Fez, so you bother his agent. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Sean.
Maybe Billy should do a stand-up act at the cemetery and see if he gets any laughs there.
I actually believe if he did that act at the cemetery, he'd get walkouts.
Actually got up and left the show.
Billy, I got to tell you the truth. You drive me crazy. You drive me crazy.
No, it's just a harmless thing. It really is getting a little blown out of proportion. So.
Oh, me and Fez are blowing it out of proportion.
No, the whole thing. It's a harmless little. It was just a harmless question.
Who blew it out of proportion?
I guess Pooter Toot did.
No, he didn't.
No? Okay.
What's being blown out of proportion? You're trying to hit on another guy's gal.
Well, no, I just asked if she was interested. It's not like I'm forcing her into anything.
God, you drive me nuts.
She can't possibly want to go with you.
Well, she said she would check with Pooter and let me know. And
what do you think? And then, Pooter gets a hold of me.
Well, I don't know why you bother involving you with it. It had nothing to do with that. It was just something off to the side.
Because you would not have known her if it wasn't for this show. You wouldn't have the tickets if it wasn't for this show.
Oh, that's correct.
You know what? We should force you to go out there and just stand up. That's the only way I know to get even. Or else do we play your act now on the air?
Oh, no, that's not necessary. It's a Friday. Everyone's in a good mood. They don't want to be saddled with that.
I'd say play the act.
Play the act and walk out. Play the act and we just walk out.
Billy, you are using the show.
Yeah. I mean, it's just some fun.
And in doing so, like Ronnie said, you're causing problems.
There's no
When
problem.
I told you that this was the time that we all be cool, right?
Oh, I'm being very cool. I'm not doing anything out of sorts. There's absolutely nothing wrong with what I did.
You drive me nuts, Billy. Here's Kevin. Kevin, you're on Fez.
Kevin.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, this is a mess. You know, the way he said, oh, you know, I think I'm going with Miss Boobs over there. You know that he was trying to set it up as if he had a date with her. I mean, it's just obvious. He's just trying to make the, you know, to get into that player role.
Yeah.
You know, another thing, I'm so glad he got booed at Red Bank. I felt a little sorry for him, but, you know, because of this and the fact that, you remember he was trying to take Stalker Patty's money.
He took Stalker Patty's money. He had the balls to take money off of Norton for that gig that he did.
You know what, Billy?
5 minutes of booze and he takes money off Norton.
Even if you actually tell a good joke once in your life, I'll still be there to boo you. 2455, free, fellas.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Billy, you drive me nuts. Here's what the other thing I can't stand about him. He never will take responsibility.
No, it's never his fault.
Right.
He's never done anything wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it's nothing to take fault for. There's no crime here.
Do you think this EffMeBoobs is actually interested in you?
What, just to go to a show together? You don't have to have a romantic interest or something just to go somewhere together.
Did you tell her dinner in the show?
Yeah.
Why?
That's a date.
That is a date.
What, to eat something before going to a show?
Yes. That is a date.
I don't date. You know, look, if she wants to go
You don't
with me,
date?
well, no, I'm just saying I do now, but I'm saying it hasn't for a while.
If she wanted to go with you, why would I be hearing about it?
Well, then she would have told me no right off the bat.
Who can tell you no? Ronnie and I tell you no every day of our lives.
I'm telling you no right now, and you will not listen to me. Number one, those aren't your tickets. You bothered Norton's agent for it, and those tickets had no business being with you.
Okay.
We could have given those out on the air.
They were for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, Rory's in trouble right now because there's no reason Billy should be talking to Norton's agent. Did you give him this responsibility?
No, I had spoken to Norton myself.
Yeah.
And then Billy said he would speak to Norton himself also. So whatever happened between him and Norton, I don't know.
Why are you letting Billy speak for this show in any way?
I had Billy...
You know he doesn't.
No, he shouldn't be, but I had Billy call Norton and leave him a message, and then Norton called him back.
And because of that message, he's getting free tickets and then paid for that abortion that he did at Red Bank.
Yeah.
I can't believe, Billy, you accepted money for the Red Bank show.
And I also can't believe this. You're asking somebody's girl to go out with you for dinner and a show, and you didn't see that as a date. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, in my mind, it was a harmless offer. You know, there's going to be some other people there. We'll just go and hang out and have fun.
What other people are going to be there?
Well, I know Mikey D is going and stuff.
With you?
No.
So, because he's in the same building as you.
Just people we're all friends with. That's what I'm saying.
Were you going to pick her up?
Never got that far.
Of course not.
It never got that far.
No, I'm sure she tried to stall and feign illness as quickly as she could.
Frank, you're on Fez.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
I want you to admit right now on the air that you have never once touched yourself while thinking about this girl.
Why would I admit to something like that?
Why don't
You're
you...
a fat liar, and we know what your real intentions are, you big fat liar. You stink. Hooah!
I doesn't even know a place for me to do that anymore. All right, Billy, would you admit to that? That you haven't fantasized about her?
Probably. There isn't a girl on the show I haven't fantasized about one time or another.
Oh, that's so gross.
I just got even more nauseous.
I know, me too. I've had it, Fuzzy.
Just thinking of Billy with a pair of binoculars trying to find his dink.
Why bring that far up?
Hands all over
Seriously.
himself. Feeling his way like his body is braille.
Fuzzy, you paint another picture and I'm walking out. I'm walking out of this museum. You're driving me nuts, Billy.
Really shouldn't, Ron, because it's really not anything that is worthy of your concern.
John, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, John.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, I was just wondering, I don't have a date for the show. I was wondering if your wife was available.
Oh, sure, it's friends. That wouldn't bother me at all.
Yeah, it's just friends.
Yeah, just friends.
Just
you know
friends.
what? Do me a favor and take her out to dinner first.
Yeah,
and then, you know what? It's too far to get you back to Jersey. Why don't we just crash here?
Look, if I was going to be a sneak about it, I wouldn't have said, check with Puda to make sure it was cool and everything else. I was like, no. I mean, if I was going to be sneaky and on the sly and say, don't tell him, we'll meet alone, we'll have a secret rendezvous.
You know exactly what you're doing, Billy.
Yeah, and it's harmless.
That's just your facade. That is harmless. Now let me ask you this: if she somehow got hit in the head with a brick and agreed to go with you to the show and have dinner, and you guys ended up having a good time, would you ask her to another event in the future?
I don't know. I'd have to play it by ear. But yeah, if we had a good time, why not?
See, that's you trying to date this woman. This poor, unsuspecting woman.
He's awful. Lou, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Lou.
7363. Listen, this reminds me of that Seinfeld episode where the guy kept asking Elaine to go someplace, and she said, this is a date, and he kept saying, no, it's not a date.
Right.
And they went out again, and he had his parents there. Is he going to bring his parents, too?
That's not funny.
Seriously, do you want to...
It's a date.
Your mom's working the concession, though, isn't she?
She used to. She doesn't work for Westbury anymore.
It's a date, isn't it?
It's a date. That would be a date. Thank you very much, Lou. Billy, you drive me nuts.
No, if it is a date, it's a date with no intentions expected.
I bet that this son of a bitch was going to try to take her by the cemetery and say to his dad that this was his gal.
Oh, God.
Why, she stood there uncomfortable.
Oh, God.
What were you going to drive her in?
No, I don't know. Like I said,
Bearcat. Or is this another rental-car deal like you did at Red Bank?
It could be whatever it would take. If I had to rent a car or something, I'd meet her in the city and then we come out together or whatever.
This is such a date. You're even doing things to try to impress her now.
No, just looking out for someone's safety.
He's going to rent a big fat-ass caddy and try to pick her up.
To take her to the cemetery and... This is my best girl, Pop.
Pop, remember when you said I'd never get a gal? Tommy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Look at the tatas on this one. Hey, Tommy.
You're a scumbag. You should die. My wife's got a guy just like you at work,
Right.
and he's a scumbag.
Tommy, Billy...
You're a fat scumbag, Billy.
All right.
Your wife takes it in the egg.
All right.
Well, that I know she doesn't.
No, wait. Let me just say this. Let's not get carried away and making this an attack Billy piece. The most Billy has done is be uncomfortable with friends of this show and steal tickets that were for you, the listeners.
Yes.
That's all Billy's done at this point.
Yes, two of you won't be going to the Norton show.
Right.
Two of you listening right now, because Billy has weaseled his way into a pair of tickets.
No, I was personally invited to the show. I didn't weasel any tickets.
Personally invited by who?
Jimmy and his agent.
I'm sorry, when you have to steal phone numbers out of our Rolodex and call someone's agent, how is that being personally invited?
No,
if the agent called and said, hey, Orange Ball of Failure, you did such a bang-up job in Red Bank. We'd love to have you as part of the audience at Westbury. That's an invitation.
Right.
Well, Jim asked me if I wanted to do the show at Westbury, and I refused for personal reasons. And he goes,
Your act?
And I just, he goes, well, you're going to come anyway because it's so close. And
Billy, shut up. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddy, it's
Yeah.
2526 checking in.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll come to Billy's defense. All's fair in love and war. And like you said, these people aren't married. Yeah, go for it, Bill. But actually, I think he's trying to work an angle for the worst couple contest. I think he's trying to win those 2 front row seats.
Let me tell you something. If he was with Cindy Crawford, it would still be worst couple. Literally drags this down.
Billy, you're just so awful.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy. It's 3673.
Hi, Tom.
Billy, I got to say, man, I'm in your corner on this one, just on the fact that I have taken as friends of, girls out just to hang out who have had boyfriends. And I've done the same route as you. Asked the guy, I said, make sure it's okay with your guy because I don't want you to, think that it's anything behind the back. And if, I've taken them. We've gone out just as a thank you for joining me. It's kind of like I'm sure he was taking me out just to say, hey, thanks for hanging out with me.
All right, let me tell you this. I know Billy good enough that no matter what Effie orders at that restaurant, what she's drinking, it'll have Rufinol in it. It'll be on the date rape drug. I know you, Billy. You might as well hit her with a sock full of ether.
The only reason you're renting a car is because you need something with a trunk to hide her in.
You know, just because it's
Is this high enough for somebody with really big breasts?
I can't get the trunk shut.
Here's Tommy. Tommy, you're on the Fez.
Super caller 680.
All right, buddy.
One of our super callers, Ronnie.
This is my personal. I think the scenario is going to go down like this.
Yeah.
Billy's going to play the sympathy role. My dad passed away.
Right.
I'm so lonely. This, that, the other thing. Billy, you're a snake. You're disgracing your father to try to get a piece of ass.
And then, here's the thing. He starts crying and then tries to put his face between those big breasts.
Isn't that perfect? Billy, let me ask you this. Did you tell EffMeBoobs that Saturday is your national day of mourning and that you're going to be going to the cemetery first?
I didn't say it exactly like that.
Exactly. You know what? Tommy the caller was absolutely right.
And what girl would actually turn that down? Like, I just can't be alone when I think about my dad.
Right. So has she given you an answer yet?
She told me yes, but she'd have to. She said she'd love to. It sounds like a nice time. She, be fun to hang out together. But she had to check with Pootatoo first.
Okay, so no answer. There's the stall tactic.
Right.
She doesn't know how to say no to a guy who's playing this I got my dad's anniversary this Saturday card.
No, Fez, she could have said no right off the bat, but she didn't. She was definitely interested in coming with me.
She thinks that somehow you have feelings beneath your staples.
It's awful. It's awful what he's done. This on the instant feedback from Mike. After the date, perhaps Billy can drive her aimlessly to Atlantic City and then to an unknown location in Pennsylvania for a week-long bender while blowing off his job.
At some point, Ronnie, we're going to get a phone call from EffMeBoobs Saturday night where she doesn't know where she's at. She somehow managed to kick the door open and roll from the car.
Yeah. Here's Kevin. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez. If I was there, I'd be hiding little pocket knives all over myself to cut through the tape. Kevin, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey guys, good. So we, the loyal listeners of Ron and Fez, are going to be deprived. 2 tickets to the show. This Fez is so cheap he can't go out and throw a credit card down and buy these tickets.
I guarantee you, he'll probably got 10 pair, and he's going to be standing out front.
Talking to him,
scalping him.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy, you stink. Don't forget, put the flag out tomorrow, faggot.
No, I don't. I don't unwrap the flag.
Ew.
He'll be wrapping poor EffMeBoobs up in it. It'll be the last thing she's seen in. The next time we hear about her, it'll be on an episode of Cops.
People are going to be wanting to know why he's stuffing an American flag with a nice rack in the back of that trunk of the rental car.
Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Chris. Chris.
Is it so wrong to spend a day, which is troublesome and emotional with someone you're comfortable with and you like and stuff? I mean,
here's the thing. Billy, on the instant feedback, it says, Billy has violated the guy's code. And
Absolutely
that's the thing.
True.
No, I haven't, because I said tell her guy.
That's what makes it wrong, Billy.
No,
tell her guy. That'll be a nice night for him, won't it? Wondering when Billy's making his Rufinol move.
Well, no, they have.
When you're doing the old bait and switch.
They have their separate nights they go out and stuff, so,
And here's the thing. You didn't say check with your guy. She told you she had to check with him.
No, first thing I asked was how were things with Pooter and stuff, and if you wanted to do something Saturday night.
Right. So, have you broken up with your boyfriend yet? I'm available. I have free tickets. I'm a dork.
Here's Andrew. Andrew, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
So disgusting.
So.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Billy, you're going to tell EffMeBoobs that your fiancé died in a killing accident?
What was that?
Fern Leibowitz.
What was it?
Fern Leibowitz?
Fern Leibowitz.
Animal health.
Then you're going to go to
making
the black
me,
bar?
Yeah. Here's Marge. Marge, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Marge.
Morning, 21598.
Buddy.
Thank you. I want to ask Billy, if they had gone out, who would have paid for dinner?
Oh, I would have.
Date. That's a date.
No, I'm on the radio show. She's my guest. I mean, I'd supply the tickets. I would supply dinner. She has to travel here from Jersey. I think it's only fair.
Supplying dinner doesn't mean walk around with hot dogs in your pockets.
it's a date.
Yeah, that's
Admit
a date.
it. Admit it, Billy.
Especially if you're paying for dinner.
You're paying for dinner and you're supplying the entertainment. She's not paying to go to the show. I mean, neither are you, but you are extending that, what would have been a charge, to her. So that's a date.
That's a date, Billy. Everything about this is a date.
It's all in perspective of how you look at it.
And I got a feeling that you'll be working a plug-in using me and Fez for that date, too. Later, he'll be going, yeah, I was at the ground round.
And I'm giving you the woman's perspective. And from a woman's perspective, it's a date.
And from a guy's perspective, you're a whore master.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thank you, Marge. Usually Billy does pay for dinner. Usually then that girl ends up making out with another guy and leaving with that other person. In the case of the infamous chicken parm sandwich.
All right, there's some of the instant feedback. Next time we talk to EffMeBoobs, it'll be through John Edwards. And then,
so how was the date?
And then Big Reese says, Billy's going to mourn Saturday. Who's his dad? Tupac Shakur? Did your dad die the same day as Tupac?
No, I have no idea when Tupac died. It doesn't matter to me. The only one that matters is my dad. September 7th.
Tupac got killed.
On what date? Was it September 7th?
September 7th.
Congrats.
Tupac was killed in Vegas.
Nice.
Just cashing in on my dad's day, that's all.
Tupac was killed in 96. Your dad was killed in 69.
Weird. Now, here's the weird thing. His dad had a secretary named Tupac, and Tupac had a secretary named Mr. Staples.
That's odd.
Tupac was a rap star. Your dad had a rap sheet. This goes on and on and on.
This is some of that odd but true.
Right. Both of them, both your dad and Tupac, hated East Coast black people. It's so weird.
It's bizarre.
Lewis, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Lewis.
Hi, I wanted to ask Billy, why didn't he ask his old girlfriend lobster claws out?
Seriously, why don't you take lobster claws out?
I don't have her number.
Take her out for a seafood dinner, or isn't she a cannibal?
So she can see some old friends, too.
Take her out for a seafood dinner and then to see Fine Young Cannibal. And then off to Little Mermaid.
I have no idea how to get in touch with lobster claws, so...
Really? I'd say put a bowl of scotch outside.
And she'll come lapping it up like a cat.
There's your girlfriend.
Take her under the sea.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Billy, if you bring me to the cemetery, are you going to bring 3 bottles of Mick Light for dead daddy?
That's just cruel.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. That was a little mean.
That's just cruel.
But how much you bring? A case?
No, just 2 beers.
Yeah.
And 2 beers for that and 2 beers for my friend's grave.
Oh, why don't you just visit everyone in the cemetery and have a couple cases?
Why, no. These are the only 2 people that are in the cemeteries that I really care about.
Frem, you're on Ron and Fez.
And he drinks 4 beers. Hi, Frem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Four
holder 20089.
Then you get the sounder. You get the big hoo-ah sounder.
Yeah, I want to ask Billy a question. If it's not a date, then how come you didn't invite the girl's man along with you?
Right. We have enough tickets for that.
Yeah, if it's all friends.
I only have mine plus 1, so...
Yeah, right. You didn't want the extra
that was
in the
for
way.
you. Southwest Airlines seating applies at this show.
He just gave you the big... You cut it out. The big swarm of a fist.
I just got the big, who was the guy on Abbott and Costello? I'll give you such a pinch.
I'm not fat, I'm chubby.
Curly Joe. Wasn't it Curly Joe that they used to use that one? Here is John. John, you're on Run a Face.
Hey, John.
How you doing, boys?
Yeah.
But
Billy, I can't, but why don't you just go and pay a hooker? You're going to rent a car, take her out to dinner, and you have no intention of doing anything like spanking her back on that poor girl's chest.
Well,
how do you answer that one?
A hooker would be way too much money. You know, it would be a lot more than just dinner and free. I get the free tickets.
Right.
And a hooker you only got for the hour.
How long are you going to have her for? Weekend?
The whole evening.
You're such a scumbag. Don't you batch on her.
More bad pictures.
Pete, you're on Run a Fez.
Hey, Pete.
I got another similarity between Tupac and Billy's dad.
Oh, interesting.
See, Tupac was West Coast.
Yeah.
Whereas Billy's dad is a rotting corpse.
All right.
You know what?
Weird.
You know what? This is getting a little ridiculous.
I agree with you. That's too far.
You know, these calls shouldn't even be put through to be put on the air in the first place.
That's Wonder Boy doing that.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous, and there's a line, and these people are crossing it.
Right. I agree with you.
I mean, this is my father. This is my flesh and blood.
I understand. I agree with you. I did the little joke about the secretaries, and they both hate black people, and I thought that would be fun.
And don't even have any sympathy whatsoever for a little boy who lost his dad at 11.
All right, this is how you got the date with EffMeBoobs, using this angle.
I didn't bring up the little boy losing his dad angle. I didn't have to.
She knows that your dad died that day, and you have to go to the cemetery first.
Oh, shut this off, Rory. Shut this off. How did you find out about this? Shut this off.
What is this?
It's blood, sweat, and tears.
You know what? Rory, I'm serious here. Shut this off.
What is this song?
He was telling me in the office that this song was really popular whenever he would drive around the car that summer when his father died. He'd have to turn it off because it really upset him.
That is really sad that you would put that on then.
You know what? This goes beyond the callers because I considered you a friend. You know what? I told you something in confidence, and you're bringing this up on the air. I'm an 11-year-old kid riding back from the campground when my dad just died, hearing this song like 4 or 5 times, crying my eyes out in the back seat.
All right, Joe Besser, can I have your attention for a second?
That's who it was.
You have taken the heat off the fact that you're with EffMeBoobs, that Blood, Sweat, and Tears is on, and you're yelling at Rory.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get back to what the real problem is.
Well, shut the song off, and I will.
I somehow can't get it off.
I don't
know what's wrong with the machinery here.
I mean, this is all you got to hear is this song over and over again when your dad just died. Thank you very much, Rory.
Quit trying to take the focus off of you and what you did.
What about what Rory just did? What I'm doing is nothing compared to
Rory will be dealt with.
Joe, you're on Run and Fez. He's on probation.
22877.
All right, Billy's dad and Tupac are the same because Tupac was in the movie Juice.
Right.
And Billy's dad used to hang out at juice parties.
Well, he's like a gin and juice, didn't he? Didn't your dad like a nice gin and juice?
Yeah, he liked gin.
Sure. Don't make you a bad person.
Not at all.
Here's John. John, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Big fan. 1955 checking in.
Oh.
Billy, I'd love to know if you would literally swear on your father's grave that you were not looking to get into her pants.
I'm not going to. I don't swear at all on my father's grave. No, there's no need to do something like that. You know, I don't desecrate my father's memory.
Let me tell you something, Billy, and I know this for a fact. Grave. We all want EffMeBoobs, but we respect Pootertooth. And you crossed the line.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You should be only crossing the line with Jonathan Edwards. Sick bastard.
No, I even have Pootertooth's phone number. So, I mean, if it got to that point, I would have called him and told him. But she said she was going to.
Yeah, you're going to call her as soon as you're in bed with her. Guess what I'm doing?
If it gets to that point, Billy, you've already crossed the line, and you should leave this woman alone.
JR, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, JR.
1441-8. Billy's dad is like Tupac because Tupac was in juice, and Billy's dad is full of formaldehyde.
Some of these comparisons don't even make sense.
Do I have to sit here and put up with this? I mean, because this is, you know...
All right, Billy.
Yeah, Ron, it just goes too far.
I know it does. Let me explain something to you folks. Billy's dad died in 1969. Billy was 34 years old, and he lost his father at a young age.
I was 11.
Really?
A little boy.
Oh, you was in bed.
You don't age well.
Well, that's the rehabs. John, you're on Run and Fez. John.
Hey, how you doing, buddies?
Yeah, buddy.
Listen, Billy, you're a scumbag.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you're using... No, tell me, I'm married. Somebody pull that on my wife. Not only are you using your dad's death to get a date, but you're trying to get somebody else's girl. You're a scumbag. You know that?
Absolutely disagree with you. I'm harmless, and it was just an innocent little suggestion.
No innocence.
Billy,
no innocence.
Would you admit that you haven't jade to her?
No, of course not. I said I've pretty much batched every chick that's been on this show.
If you had a chance to get close to her that night, would you do it?
Oh, absolutely not, Ron.
No. Even if she said, "Take me, Billy."
Well, that's a different situation. But I mean, that would have to be if her and Pooter broke up beforehand, of course.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Why can't you admit this? what you're trying to pull. You got caught, big man.
Yeah, you're caught.
You're the worst criminal in the world. You got caught one more time.
We got the radar gun and you were speeding. What's the big deal?
There has to be a crime.
Pay the fine.
There has to be a crime to get caught, and there was no crime here.
I'm a passion.
Here's Pete. Pete, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Pete.
24893. Hooah! How dare you give this whole big thing about how I'm this little boy and poor me and all this other stuff, but yet you turn it around when you're trying to snake somebody else's girlfriend. You're mowing his backyard is what you're trying to do.
Right, you're mowing his backyard. He looks out at his backyard. There's Billy taking care of it.
He's cutting the grass.
Yeah, he's cutting the grass.
Pete, everyone else has been accused of going too far with Billy today.
Right.
But Billy can't admit he went too far with Pooter Toot's girl, EffMeBoobs.
Wow. Just take care of your lawn, Pooter Toot. Ray, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Big Ass 1480.
There you go.
There's you. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, my friend. Listen, Billy, don't you think you're being unprofessional?
In what regard?
Well, listen, you've got to think of your friend, Pooter Toot, is almost as a client of the radio station, too. He's not just a friend.
Yeah.
And so you've got advertising clients who advertise to him because he's in the demographic. You're barely holding on to a job as it is, and yet you're in any other job, you'd be fired.
And I told you, keep your nose clean while we're going through this weird deal with Viacom.
My nose is completely clean. My nose
that drives me nuts.
Never been cleaner. And you know what?
I see a big white ring around it.
Absolutely not. And Pooter's a friend of the show, not a client. There's a big difference.
No. That is a client. The listeners of the show are clients of me and Fez.
Like I said,
and Billy, it shouldn't even have to be put at that level.
No, because I did nothing wrong.
Pooter Toot's a really nice guy. He's hung out with us before. He's come to the Lights Out parties. He's helped out the show. It's just not the way to treat someone you know and you like.
And I've hung out with him, too, without F me there or anything. And I've hung out with the guy, and I have no problem with him whatsoever.
He said one time when he shook your hand, you tried to smell his finger.
Nah.
That's a scumbag. That, my friend, is a scumbag.
That was probably just a joke.
You're so disgusting, Billy. Nobody gets your joke. Haven't you learned anything from Red Bank?
This was before Red Bank.
That's how he sees life now, is before and after Red Bank. That's the defining moment. Tommy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Anti-super caller here. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, how you doing, my friend?
How you doing, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Is he in today?
Backlash. Yeah, Fez is here. Yeah.
I'm here.
He's a bad caller, Fez.
How's it going, man?
He's just so awful.
Billy.
Yeah. He's being a bad caller.
Billy, Billy, I'm sorry about everything that everybody's saying to you guys about you today. I really feel bad for you.
So you are a good caller.
Listen, how long's your dad been worm food for?
Oh. You know what? Enough.
Since 69.
Enough. If you get another call about my dad, I'm leaving.
How you doing, guys?
We're fine.
He's a bad caller.
He's just an awful caller, Billy.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Am I on? Hello?
Yes, you're on.
Jeez.
Now,
Hello?
Billy.
Hello?
Billy, some of the stuff that's going on right now with you, you've got to look in the mirror and recognize, all right?
I hope I'm on the air.
Oh, yes. This guy's such a bad caller.
Damn, I think I'm on the air. I don't know.
Billy, don't pay any attention to me. He's just a bad caller.
Mom, hit record. I think I might be on next.
Oh, God.
Please.
Mom, I think I'm on.
God, this
Hello?
guy's not even... He'll never make it to be a super caller.
Never.
Now, Billy, getting back to you. You're an awful person.
Yeah, Mom, I think I'm coming on next. Just get ready to hit record.
Oh, you can't put up with it, Ronnie.
I had to let go of him because he was such a bad caller. He'll never make it to be super caller.
Never.
Yeah.
No super caller status is there.
Yeah. But, Billy, this is all your fault.
What is all my fault, Ron? What is the big problem? That is my fault.
The fact that you've thrown off the show already through us having to go back and worry about you. Gary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, Tupac was killed by Biggie out in Jersey, and Billy's father has a big son who's died out in Jersey.
That's weird. For the Tupac, Mr. Staples comparison.
You know, references to my dad should be kept off the air. I mean, it's not comedy fodder.
Your father died, though, right?
Yes, my father passed away.
33 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Feel like it was yesterday?
Still remember it. Still remember it.
Well, I hope you still remember it.
No, I mean, it's still clear as a bell. I mean, it's the feelings and memories. I still have dreams about him from time to time.
God, if I was a chick, I'd let you have your way with me, Billy. It's really working.
This is the one weekend a year where Billy has a chance to get laid.
All right, here's weird for you, Billy. 33 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've had your dad's death with you 3 times longer than you had him with you alive. Is that weird?
Oh, my God. I never thought of that.
3 times. You had him until you were 11, and now it's been 33 years since. So 25% of your life, 75% of your life, you've had a dead dad.
Right.
Only 25% of your life did you have a living dad.
That doesn't seem fair, does it?
To him, yes.
No, I'm talking about to me.
Oh.
No one
That is weird. You've had a ghost dad longer than a regular dad.
And part of that 11 years, I was an infant, so I really don't have any memories.
And then you weren't there when he died when he needed you.
No.
So that was time spent away. So when you really think about how much of your life you actually had with your dad, it's so small.
Yeah, it was very short.
Tiny fraction.
All right, enough with the song. Please, I'm asking you.
And then he did the blood, sweat, and tears too, remember? That's all Rory. Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, guys? You guys are great.
Yes, we are.
Hi, Mark.
How you doing? Listen, Billy, if you try to do that to my girl, you'd be as dead as your stand-up career is now.
All right, you see that, Billy?
My stand-up career is
That's a
not
bad
bad. I had one bad night.
Have you worked since?
No.
It doesn't have a pulse.
From what I understand, you can't be booked again on the East Coast. You're going to have to cross the Mississippi River to do a one-nighter.
You know, you do what you got to do, I guess.
Now,
I mean, is there one day of the year that I can get a little break from you, Rory, with the music? I mean, is there one day, I'm sorry, this is like the one day before my dad died. I put up with her every other friggin' day of the year.
Billy, I'm not trying to steal a girlfriend away. I'm one of our listeners' girlfriends here. I might be making fun of someone who's dead right now, but I'm not
making
stealing
fun of
someone who's
someone
alive.
who's dead.
Right, that's different.
I'm sorry, my dad's alive, so I don't know how it feels.
Yeah, well, you're lucky.
you can imagine. Would you quit bragging?
Hey, Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Tupac spent time composing, and Billy's dad spends the time decomposing.
All right, that's wrong.
You know what?
Weird comparison.
No, that's really wrong. I don't like the dad stuff at all. I'm the one who came up with the mathematical thing that just about freaked you out, right, Billy?
You know what? I never thought of it in that term, that I've spent 3 times as much time alive without my dad as I did when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And
that had to be hard for you that he didn't get to see you play your high school sports.
No, nothing. He barely got to see me play Little League.
He missed both your marriages, all 5 of your rehabs, the arrests.
Both your divorces.
You know, if he was here, things might have worked out differently for me. I may not have had such bad breaks.
What bad break did you have? You didn't have any breaks. You did it all. There's not one thing that happened to you. You did each and everything.
Not one of those is chalked up to fate.
Ronnie, I was dealt a hand, you know, with
you were
life
dealt to
me.
Burke in designing women.
You're dealt to Dawn. You're walking around waiting for a mysterious dark-haired man. I don't understand it, Billy.
Where are you going with that suitcase in your hand?
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Tony.
Buddy.
Yeah.
It's 2 really weird things that I'm thinking about that are on my mind.
Yeah.
One, there was Tupac Shakur,
right.
and the other one was Six Pac du Jour.
Wow, that's odd, but
who
true.
had more shots in them when they died?
You know what? You want to call me an alcoholic?
You're an alcoholic.
Fine.
You're
I got no problem with that. You know.
Good. You're also a dope addict.
Yeah. Well, whatever. You know. But my father has nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing.
I think Tupac only had 4 shots in him. That actually, were the wounds.
My father happened to die in the morning, okay? He was not a drinker. He was not a drunk. He wasn't drunk when he died.
Tupac died at night.
Please, that's disrespectful and hurtful.
Barbara, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi. I used to feel sorry for Billy, but now I see how manipulative he is. I mean, everybody knows that women fall for the whole poor me routine with a guy.
Yeah.
I just never saw it before.
Look, I didn't tell Jim to have this show on the day my father died. That was his decision.
It's, I want to know what kind of medication you're on. I'd like to get some because, you never take responsibility for anything.
That's true, Billy.
If I'm wrong, I'll take responsibility, but I'm not wrong. I've done nothing wrong here.
Your rehabs, your failed marriages, your dad's death, you've taken responsibility for none of that.
You wandered away from our show?
Look, I've dated guys. I'm sorry. I'm being a bad caller.
No, good caller. Go ahead.
I mean, I've dated guys, not dated them, but like I've gone out with guys and suddenly something awful happens to them and you feel bad for them and you end up going out with them more because
how can you say
you want to let them down easy, you want to be nice. You know, and clearly this, woman is trying to be nice and saying no, and he's just not taking the hint.
She didn't say no.
She didn't say yes.
Yes, she did. She said yes, she'd love to go with me, but she checked with her boyfriend first.
She said she had to check things out. That's not saying yes.
She was trying not to hurt your feelings, Billy, because
know.
you're so good at this game.
Billy can't find a date for the Loser of the Year award.
All right, thanks a lot.
Oh, by the way, Bach 1968.
All right, that Bach. Bach can turn her overdrive. We got to have taken care of business for the big ass caller.
Love you guys.
And I'm only kidding.
Please don't play it.
It just can't go on and on. We're the super callers taking care of business. Maddie,
super callers taking care of business on the Run and Fez show.
Maddie Fridays writes in on the instant feedback. The real reason that Billy was talking to EffMeBoobs is he needs a free mammogram.
Oh.
Because I think she works in that kind of field.
She does sonograms.
Sonograms, yeah. But he did a mammogram show.
About you.
Looking funny.
All right, Assman, our buddy Assman, Billy's best friend, is on the line.
I'm a nice man.
Assman.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing? I take credit for when we had the Ron and Fez, ribs and band thing, before I did. I take responsibility. I was kind of, frisky that night.
You were rubbing people and you were molesting women.
I admit that.
You were all over everyone.
Yeah.
But also, I got a song that kind of suits Billy just right now.
What's that?
Bismarck is here. If you say he's just a friend, would you say he is just, oh, baby, you got what I need.
What's this song about, Assman?
Someone who's dating someone else's friend.
Oh, I see.
Yes, man, I have not touched EffMeBoobs in an inappropriate way the way you did at Rockin' Ribs.
But
you can't even compare.
You're dating someone else. You're taking someone else's girlfriend on a date.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I didn't grapple women who were with somebody else
you
like
would
you did.
be. Are you saying you don't want to touch EffMeBoobs?
I never said that.
I'd go after her if she was single. Come on.
But Assman has standards.
Yes.
My standards are just a little different, I guess.
What kind of standards Assman has? He's molesting women in a marsh pit.
Talk to you guys later.
Right,
thanks, Assman.
Why do people bother listening to this music? I don't understand it. Does anyone realize that the Delphonics have walked this planet? Hey, Billy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, it's cardholder 23681.
All right, you're taking care of business, my friend.
Yeah, I agree with Billy. I mean, he wants to express his true feelings, but maybe if he's going with that sympathy angle, he might be able to swing a threesome if he actually digs up his father and shows it to him.
Come on.
Come on,
You know what?
that.
You wouldn't do that, Billy, would you?
Absolutely not.
Not in a million years. Not in a million years.
Absolutely not. And I resent the fact that guy even got through.
I don't like that either. I've said that time and time again.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
I got to get Wonder Boy off the phone.
That's Wonder Boy on the phone.
Yeah.
Ronnie and I don't answer the phone.
Right. You know that.
I know.
Here's Scott. Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez, I got a sweaty news update.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get...
Sweaty news update.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a gay necrophiliac, and last night I batched to Billy's dad.
All right, that's wrong. That's awful. Sorry, Billy. Thank you. Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello?
Billy's father calling from the grave. Ron, Fez, I'm disgusted with my son. Is he there?
I'm here, Dad.
All right.
What the hell
Don't
is
do
wrong
this.
with you? Trying to play grab ass with my name? I'm down here in the hole.
This is awful.
You're disgracing me. Get me a bourbon.
All right, stop it.
It's disgusting.
Oh, does that make you miss him a little
Where's
bit?
the flag?
Bill, I'm sorry.
All right, enough with the dirge.
Was your dad always mean?
No, my dad was far from mean.
Well, he said it mean on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm asking.
I got a feeling that may not be the real dad, Mr. Staples. Something tells me that may have been a little...
All right.
You're
Billy.
adopted?
It's stupid to even say. It's stupid to even bring up. Here's the main problem, okay? Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you're trying to pull this back into your sympathy thing with your dad. Number one, you stole tickets from me and Fez, which means you stole them from the listeners.
Thief.
Number two, you use your position with us to ask our friend's girlfriend out to dinner and the same show.
Scumbag.
So that makes you a thief and scumbag.
Absolutely not.
Drunk.
And somebody told me that you were downstairs with a hose trying to get gas out of Mikey D's Pathfinder. You're sucking gas out of the Pathfinder.
I'm just using what's available to me to get through the weekend. That's all.
You're driving me nuts. All right, here's a beautiful call. Here's Pooter Toot.
Uh-oh.
The man whose chick you wanted to bang. And I know for a fact that you've said to me in the office, F me boobs, I'd F those boobs. And you've said that time and time again. And you had those pictures of her from offline when you saw her breast.
Oh, yeah. I don't deny
You're
that.
always talking about her. Actually, we're always talking about her. But it's scummier now because you've made this move and we didn't.
There's not a move here. I mean,
this is the move. The move happened this morning.
You made your move. Usually when you talk about her, it's through slurs.
Yeah.
But it's disgusting nonetheless.
No, Pooter understands.
Pooter deserves those tickets for what we put him through, the embarrassment.
Well, unfortunately, you can't get him because I have to show my ID when I get there, and his name would be different.
What do you show, a chip?
Oh, yeah. His
24-hour chip?
His name's not Scumbag. That's right.
And neither is mine.
To me, it is. You have almost a better reputation with me and Fezzi as you do with comedy club owners on the East Coast. Lucky for you, you've never played the West Coast, so you gotta buy there.
This is going to be uncomfortable.
Hey, Pooter, you're on the air, buddy.
Billy, what the F? Are you asking out my girlfriend behind my back?
Absolutely not. Pooter, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great, Billy. Trying to steal my effing girlfriend? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, not at all.
You didn't ask me. You asked my girlfriend to ask me. And that's the same as saying, don't tell her.
Yeah, that is true.
Absolutely
I agree
not.
with that.
Absolutely true.
All right, Billy, now here's the thing. Here's Pooter, and he's uncomfortable with this.
Well, Pooter, never meant for you to feel uncomfortable with it. I thought you guys just did different things on the weekend sometimes. I didn't think it would be a problem whatsoever.
My understanding that you asked her first. You guys are broken up, right? You thought you were coming in like a vulture.
Is that what you said? Did you say to her, you guys are broken up, right?
No, I said, how are things with Pooter?
Oh.
Why would you care? Why would you care? You know what?
That's so low.
It's just a conversation breaker.
I don't ask my own brother how his marriage is going. That's somebody else's business.
Every time I talk to anyone, I say, how's it? I talk to Mike, I ask how's Helen and stuff, you know?
No,
that's not asking how a person is.
You're asking how the relationship is.
Exactly.
It wasn't intended that way. It was just just the way I must have done it
You put
wrong.
your big fat feelers out.
Yeah. The feelers are out.
Uneffing-believable, Billy. Uneffing-believable. Basically, you were asking her, hey, things going bad with Pooter? Because I can offer you better. I'm going to take you. I can take you out to dinner, back to my mom's house for, I don't know.
On the single bed, sleeping double in the single bed back in the old room?
Ma, I got a girl.
Pooter, I never do anything to stab you in the back.
You're a
should know
liar.
better than that.
You're
Billy,
a
already
liar.
have.
Yes.
Already have.
You've done it.
It was not intended that way, so please don't take it that way.
Okay, how am I supposed to take it? What if I just, can I ask your mom out on a date?
Yeah, she's not doing anything, I don't think. You know,
double date?
I'll buy her dinner because people that are friends buy each other dinner.
Right. It's seriously, see what if he said this to your daughter? Billy, what if he said...
No.
All right, so what's the difference?
What?
Friends.
No.
Just friends.
That's friends.
No.
Just dinner.
Bringing up the daughter angle is, again, wrong, okay? This has nothing to do. What's that?
You thought I was young. I could date her. Come on.
No, you're not...
We'll switch. Is that what you're trying to do, Bill?
You're talking about a girlfriend and someone's daughter, somebody's child. It's a hell of a big difference.
No,
here.
it's not.
Yes, there is.
Not if it's just friendly. He's going to be friendly.
Yeah, it's like, my daughter has nothing to do with the show, and I want to keep it that way, okay?
She's an adult.
She's 19. She's far from an adult.
19. That's
when did they change the law?
That's legal.
Pooter is closer to her age than you are to F me boobs.
Although you are closer to F me boobs than bra size.
Billy, if you're so offended about me taking out your daughter as friends...
Well, first of all, Pooter, you're turning this into something that it's not. Now you're attacking my child. Look
at you. You're taking the...
If you're taking her out as friends...
this is my daughter and your girlfriend. There's a hell of a difference, Pooter.
I'm going to F your daughter.
What?
That's exactly
what did you just say?
You heard me. I'm going to F your daughter because you're going to F my girlfriend. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think it's fair.
Do you have that much stake in your relationship, so much confidence that you think I'm just going to go out and F your girlfriend?
Yes.
No, I have that much stake in my relationship that my girlfriend's not going to date a loser like you.
She's dating you.
We're not saying she would have a choice in it. F me boobs would have to be unconscious.
Now I like this. He has turned it around, and he's calling Pooter names.
Well, no, you start picking on my daughter, which has nothing to do with this.
No one did. You're screaming about nothing.
No, my daughter came in and dating effing my daughter. You're damn right I'm going to get pissed. Has nothing to do with this.
So you would get pissed if I just asked your daughter out? Is that what you're trying to say?
You know what, Porter?
Oh, you mean Effie was not my daughter. She's my girlfriend.
She's your girlfriend,
What are you
okay?
talking about? Billy, you're talking insane.
Well, you know what? This makes me insane because you know what? Anytime there's a conversation, it comes around to one of my family relatives, and you know what? And I'm tired of it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I can't date dead people, Billy.
Billy, what have you done? What have you done with this conversation that you've taken it here? No, you're not going out with me, okay? And you're also not going to the Norton show.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are now.
Am I grounded?
And you're not going to visit your dad's grave. And then we'll forget about the whole thing. This will be the 1 year you missed going there.
No, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing my plans. You know,
No,
if somebody else.
I know, I'm kidding you idiot. All right, apologize to Pooter Toot. Let's move on.
Pooter, you know, I'm sorry you got offended. I didn't do anything, you know.
That is not an apology.
Well, you know what? I'm a little pissed off at him right now over the daughter remark.
I'm sorry you got offended. I didn't do anything. That's his apology.
If he apologizes to me, I'll apologize to him.
You did it all. You did it all. You started this thing by asking his girlfriend out.
Yeah.
Billy.
And then you... Go ahead, Pooter. I'm sorry.
You betrayed my trust. I'm sorry, Ron. You betrayed my trust, Billy. You betrayed everyone's trust because now everyone's going to be thinking you're after their girl because you're desperate.
Porter, I'm far from desperate.
You're desperate.
Far from desperate, you're asking a guy's girlfriend out.
Yeah, on a harmless little date.
A harmless little date where you go to dinner alone. It's not like you're taking anybody out.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
you're paying
Do people
for
not
it, and
eat?
Well, go ahead.
Yes, people eat, but that's a date, Billy.
Oh, you know
it's a date.
When a man and a woman go out together and eat, have a meal, that's a date.
No, I go out to dinner with my mom. That's not a date.
All right, if you're married.
I'm not sure about that.
Billy, if you're married, and I know your second marriage is broken up, but if your wife finds out you took a woman out to dinner and a date, she's going to say, he cheated on me. That's how much of a commitment that night is.
That's not cheating.
That's what she would say, and you know it. You know a woman would say that.
Because you did the same thing when it happened with your wife and another guy.
Yeah, but the difference is I told Effie to tell Pooter, so there's nothing on the slide. And Pooter, you know what? I apologize for causing this problem, okay? I'm apologizing. It was not meant to cause a rift between you guys. I still don't feel I did anything wrong, but I apologize if you got hurt or offended and you think I'm moving in on your girlfriend. Now take back the daughter remark. No, I'm apologizing to you.
You're apologizing because I'm offended.
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to say?
It's not that you did something wrong, Billy.
I'm apologizing if I hurt his feelings. And you know,
let me just say this. I apologize on behalf of the show for what happened.
Thank you. You're a bigger man.
I apologize too, Pooter Toot.
Now apologize for the daughter remark, Pooter.
I apologize for calling you a bigger man because nobody could be a bigger man than Billy.
Oh, yeah, I've seen you.
Size-wise.
All right. Thank you very much, Pooter.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Earlier, somebody asked him if he'd get a whore. He said a whore would cost more than my girlfriend.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, I didn't bring up the whore part.
But you went on and said, why would I get a whore? I have EffMeBoobs. She costs less than a whore.
No, that's not what I said, Pooter.
So disgusting, Billy.
You know what? Did I bring up the whore comment? No. When someone just asked
Whore
why...
brought it up and you went with it.
Yeah.
Said, why would I buy a whore? I have EffMe.
No, I didn't say, why would I buy a whore? I have EffMe. I don't consider your girlfriend a whore.
You practically called her a ready-made whore.
You said she's cheaper than a whore. That's the same
I meant the dinner aspect, okay? And I'm getting the tickets for nothing. That's exactly. You're twisting things around now.
All right. Pooter Toot, we apologize.
Thank you, Ron.
Says and I apologize.
And I'll leave this without an apology from Billy. I'll know.
All right, says no apology from Billy from Pooter Toot.
Hey.
All right,
and that's just sad.
So far, the worst couple I can think of is Billy Staples and anyone else.
Sure, anyone unlucky enough to hook up.
I'll call Billy back in here, would you please?
Here's Billy Staples.
Billy, you, of course, we started this because you are trying to get the Norton show. Last time you got booed off the stage. This time you hope to stay longer by not going near the stage. It's at the Westbury Music Fair. Tomorrow night, the big show is tickets still available at Ticketmaster to see the very funny Jim Norton and friends.
Yeah, this time I actually hope to see Jim perform. Last time I had to bail out of there early.
And you tried to take our buddy Pooter Toot's girl, EffMeBoobs.
Yeah, that's correct. I just asked EffMe if you wanted to go to the show with me.
Even though she dates a friend of ours.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's so low, Billy.
Absolutely not low. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I'm very surprised.
You would be really upset if you actually had a woman in your life and someone did that to you.
No, I don't think I would be. Not at all, because there's nothing wrong with what I did.
And I don't like the fact that you put me on the pressure here.
No, not at all. There's no pressure. I just simply mentioned it.
You actually, yeah, but you told us that this is a woman that you batched to.
Yeah, well, I batched to a lot of women. I batch a lot.
Why are you going to make her feel bad about it? How many times do you think you've done it to her?
Oh, at least half a dozen.
What was she doing in her fantasy?
In mine?
Yeah.
Oh, she just comes on to me, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always I like the aggressive women in my fantasies.
Did it end, let's say, orally or another way?
Probably another way.
Yeah.
It always starts out orally, but ends up the other way.
All right, we'll see. All right, EffMe is on the phone right now.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Hey, EffMeBoobs.
Hi, guys.
Hi, honey.
I'm so sorry, EffMeBoobs.
Oh, Fezzy, it's okay.
We had no idea that Billy was using the show to stalk you.
Well, Billy's a good friend of mine, and, you know, I would have no problem meeting him at the show. I mean, I think it's kind of strange to, you know, have him come pick me up in Jersey or to, like, you know, go to dinner with him. I think that it would just be awkward to have dinner.
Last thing he wants you to do is have a ride home.
Right, and I don't know. It's just, it's uncomfortable. But, I mean, I would have no problem just being there with him at the show. Like, I don't see that as a problem.
You mean like being in the same row or the same section of tickets?
Right. I mean, I would never portray Pooter that way. I have nothing but respect and love for him. And
right, but in the meantime, there you are at the show with Sir Bachelot.
As long as he doesn't cross any lines, you know, we're friends. And
you know he's going to try to do the popcorn trick, do you?
Sure.
I don't know.
Even in the car.
Yeah.
Then it becomes the hamburger trick, the meatloaf trick, whatever it is. He's thinking anything.
If he did cross the line, it would definitely be over with. But I don't know. I just think, if we're just there at the show, it's okay. But dinner is definitely out of the question.
I saw him, he had a sock full of ether, and he said he was taking that to pick you up with.
He actually made the mistake of put the wrong sock on, and his foot went to sleep.
Oh, no.
So his plan was foiled again.
Oh.
Now, EffMeBoobs, you're a very good friend of this show.
Yeah.
Ron and I adore you. Please, don't think that you have to do Ronnie or I a favor by even entertaining the sick, predatory thoughts of Billy Staples. Don't think that if you tell Billy flat out no right now, that Ronnie and I would think any less of you. In fact, we would think more.
And the fact that Billy has had fantasies about you performing what he says is ungodly acts. Don't let that get into it.
Right. Well, I don't feel pressured. I don't feel like I'm put on the spot. I think he just came to me as a friend. But when he asked for dinner, too, that's when I was,
Sure.
Yeah.
And drinks.
That's when we all got grossed out.
Right.
I know, put a roof on anything that you have.
Right. But I would love to go, but Pooter asked me to go away for the weekend, so now that's definitely out of the question.
You get C-blocked by Pooter.
Yeah, these things happen. And like dinner would have been nice. Dinner would have been harmless. Don't just my way of saying thank you for coming.
Why don't you give Mikey D's wife a call? Maybe she'd like to go with you.
So, EffMeBoobs, you have to tell Billy no, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean,
You get the sheepy trumpet.
That's okay. Well, there's more shows coming up.
Definitely.
Leave her alone. She is saying no to you. This is a no for the future.
No, she just said definitely.
No, definitely stop calling. All right, thanks, EffMe.
All right, love you guys.
All right, love your breast.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. She's so cute.
Oh, she's adorable.
Billy, shut up.
Now,
Predator.
will you stop the stalking?
It's actually like having Predator on your show, Fuzzy.
It really is. Unfortunately, we were able to step in and stop this one.
Finally, a win for the good guys. One win for the good guys.
We stopped another kidnapping before it happened.
And let me tell you something else, Billy. How quick before I was on you? How quick before I found out what you were up to?
Well, Ron, there was nothing underhanded whatsoever
How
about
quick?
it. I wasn't hiding anything.
How quick?
It was very quick. But I'm saying this was nothing underhanded, nothing mischievous. It was totally on the up and up.
It's gross.
Fernando, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez.
Yeah.
Cardholder 1519. Hey, Billy, didn't you learn anything from Black Earl with his big mistake?
What was that?
Earl plus 2.
when he tried to invite the other girl and she had a boyfriend, he ended up taking 2 people to the wedding and he couldn't go.
How uncomfortable was that?
Earl didn't talk on the air for months and months again.
Well, I didn't invite the boyfriend. I'm not stupid.
All right, here's the Horde King is
Earl
on the line.
didn't want to either.
Horde King wants to talk about the Billy EffMeBoobs situation.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Your Majesty.
I gotta say, Billy, your intentions may have been honorable, although you certainly crossed the bounds of propriety when you talked about your sexual fantasies
right.
with EffMe. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting together with a friend, but it's just completely, I'm trying to think of a pleasant way to put it.
Inappropriate?
Okay,
Disgusting?
let's say inappropriate and disgusting to say, hey, let's get together as friends, and then say, hey, by the way, I was thinking about you doing XYZ the other night, and it was wonderful.
Nothing wrong with self-pleasure, and if you have to use...
Oh, no, I'm a big advocate of self-pleasure.
Come on, you're a big fan of the porn online. So
All right, Billy, please let Horde King talk.
What?
He's teaching you.
I'm not learning.
Your problem, he said, it wasn't the fact that you have fantasies, but the fact that you went and explained those.
Exactly.
Well, my life's an open book. I don't have any secrets.
Your life may be an open book, but it puts other people, in this case, EffMe, in a very uncomfortable situation.
And our friend Pootertooth, too.
Why would that make somebody uncomfortable? I consider it a compliment.
You may consider it a compliment, but most women would not. It's really a tremendous fallacy that men have, that they figure that, hey, if I'm attracted to someone and I tell a woman how wonderful she is or how much I fantasize about her, that she'll drop everything and, like, say, wow, you're the greatest guy in the world, you're fantastic, you're fantasizing about me. Most women will go something along the lines of, you're a creep.
Right.
So it's an extension of the fantasy that comes into the real world, isn't it, Horde
It's
King?
almost like he's an audio flasher.
See, I'm not buying into that, because I think some girls do feel differently about that.
I know, flashers feel that way. Flashers go, oh, they loved it, even though they screamed and ran.
They think it's the victim that's getting excited.
All right, in Billy's defense here, they really are perfect breasts.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. So I think that's...
In that case.
Yeah.
Billy's aren't bad.
But it's just, you know, I get together with female friends all the time, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, to say that you're thinking about them in a sexual way with your friends...
It's he was not going to say it, Billy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I mean, the girls on this show are very attractive. You know, when you got to run through different things sometimes in order to get to sleep.
Unfortunately, the phone screener's a beast.
Well, you know, the thing is that I agree with you. EffMe is a very attractive woman, and most of the women on the show are very beautiful. Except it's inappropriate to tell a woman.
When you said except, I thought you were going to say a name.
Oh.
It would have been awful.
It's inappropriate.
I would not do that.
See, Horde King, it's inappropriate for you, but not for me. I mean, what's inappropriate for one person is fine for another. You know, we have different morals. We have different...
Billy, it's not about you. It's about the young lady.
Yeah, but he's telling me that I'm wrong, and I'm not wrong for my feelings.
You're feeling it's a big compliment to tell a woman that you're, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the M word, that you're, can you say spanking the monkey?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That you're spanking your monkey, thinking of them.
No, it wasn't meant as a compliment. It was just meant as something honest.
I believe you just said that many women accept it as a compliment.
No, I did. I said I'm disagreeing with you because, you know, you're stereotyping all women into one bundle that they all think alike. And not all women do not think the same way.
Every woman thinks the same way. That you are hideous and disgusting and scary to them.
Well, Billy, I would suggest that you're doing the same thing by saying that all women love when a guy compliments them by saying that they're sexually attracted to them and that they're thinking of...
Yeah, but the difference is I'm not calling up and saying that this is how all women think. You're telling me that all women feel that way. I'm just saying there are exceptions to the rule.
Of course there are exceptions.
Yeah, but she's not. There's always going to be a lobster clause.
This is a good way, a good approach to utilize. Unless you know specifically that a woman will think that it's a compliment, it would be considered prudent not to talk to her in that way.
Well, you know what? The thing is, you're also under the assumption I'm trying to get EffMeBoobs, trying to get her romantically, steal away from Pootertooth. I'm not.
I think that you're building up more memories for your sick fantasies.
I know. You're going to go home from this date. Let's say this date happened. You go home knowing EffMeBoobs and the lady she is. Nothing's obviously going to happen with you. But you'd go home with a whole new batch catalog of what could have happened at dinner, what could have happened in that car, what could have happened in the bathroom at the Westbury Music Fair.
All right, this on the instant feedback. Billy, what's the color of the sky in your world? That's the problem with you, Billy. You're not in reality with us.
What do you mean? What is
Budweiser Gold.
There is nothing I'm saying that is unreal. More people probably agree with me than agreeing with Horde King.
No one
more
agrees
of the
with him.
average guy.
No average guy goes up to a woman that he knows in a work circumstance and says, I had a great fantasy about you last night. But no guy would do that.
No, I would.
That's why this is the only job you could possibly have. This and garbage man. And I honestly think you stepped down. All right, thank you, Horde King.
Okay, guys. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Bye-bye.
Marcus, you're around Fez.
Hello, Marcus.
Yeah, Billy's like a wild animal. He's like a caveman. He thinks he could just club someone over the head and take him back to the cave.
Seriously, that's how you do act, Billy.
Do you realize that, Flintstone?
But I don't act that way. You know, I mean,
wait a minute. Did he just stand upright? I think he's making progress.
He's on his hinds.
Now, if we can just get him to knock those rocks together, he won't be eating bloody meat for dinner.
He's got hind legs.
Look who's on the phone here. It's our friend Hot Liz. How you doing, Liz?
Hey, guys.
Hey, baby.
Now, listen, I think it's hot knowing that guy's best to me.
Yeah, well, we do.
But I don't want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
So how would you like to find out?
Hear that, Seabiscuit?
That, I mean...
Well, no, it's not a matter of finding out. I just know they do.
Yeah.
I'm already confident enough that I know they do.
All right, but what he
usually hit your window.
Yeah. So what...
But, I mean, like, the EffMeBoob I've met...
The second she walks out of here, she turns around and gets something from us, and she just sees a batch-covered door. Oh, we thought you were going.
He's got a skakel tree in her yard.
Like, I'm sure EffMeBoob knows that he does that without him saying that, but he crosses a line once he has to tell her exactly what the fantasy is.
Right.
I know. Now, is EffMeBoob supposed to get so hot and bothered thinking of Billy pulling his dink out through his boxers and running a batch?
Exactly. So you don't need to hear that.
I'm going to say again. That picture, is that supposed to do it for EffMeBoob?
You don't have to be that graphic.
You're that graphic, Billy.
You just said they usually start out with oral and finish another way.
Oh, God, I'm sick.
Billy has multiple MIGs.
It was a generalization. I didn't go into specific details. My goodness.
Well. I'm glad you don't back to me, though, Billy. Thanks.
EffMeBoobs, what did Mig say to you?
What did Mig? He said he could smell my sing.
All right, I'm going. Later, guys.
Thank you, Aunt Liz.
Every time we bring a guest on this show, we're walking past Migs. That is the sickest truth.
They got to make it past your cell, your phone cell, into the studio.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WMEW.